Good morning, YouTube. Peter with New Wave Trading. In this session, I'm going to show a couple first reviews on what I did today with the trades on my ES and NQ futures. Took a couple of trades this morning, and then I'm going to go through the Mag 7, showing you guys the use and the ability, the power of using Menthor Q dealer positioning levels combined with the power and software of Bookmap order flow. However, before I started this program the first time, my system crashed because I loaded up all Mag 7s and everything at once, and I am on a gaming laptop. It just did not have the capacity to hold, so we had a crash. Therefore, there's some data loss, but I was able to save a couple of the trades here as I posted on our Twitter. You're more than welcome to follow me. I'm at Pete Dean. On X, formerly known as Twitter, of course. So first trade of the day was this short here. There was a dealer short positioning. Let me show you where there was a level here this morning. There was a short opportunity followed by a potential stop, but I took my positions off here because the order flow on the Bookmap, we had at that moment a GEX level here followed by a midline, and so this is areas where most people will find continuation long. So this was good, a little bit for the moment a counter trend trade. We've been in rotation most of the day now, but so it still was a good short. It limited my risk right above here with the target down into here. That was one trade. The better trade we took was on NQ, and it basically was a long above the BL10 and the one-day min level at that time. And because usually I take profits in mids, because there was level up here too, I just flattened out. This was a long break out of the range that we're rotating in, momentum trade, break to the upside. So that was my trade for the day. That's the trades I took. If you actually look at the NQ here, if you zoom in, we've had some beautiful rotation. So a lot of opportunity today in these wide ranges in basically high vol, basically a feedback loop system. When we break HVLs on Menthor Q, we go through a really big feedback loop on the dealer, and feedback loop means that they're pretty much going with the trend versus buying sells and selling up moves. They're actually going with the trend, so you tend to get really big long moves, and you can take advantage of these trades. Definitely a lot of good rotations too that happened since, but this is just all we needed for the day to make almost $1,000 and be done. And basically how we took advantage of that on the NQ on the Bookmap was that break that you saw there. So Menthor Q has the ability to integrate on any platform. I love to still use it on TradingView, but I have it available on all of my Bookmap charts. And once you have it integrated with the lines that you gotta buy as an addition, the price lines here, and you have your API code integrated in here from Menthor Q, you can update it all throughout the day. And so we can see here how it communicates really well, the gamma exposure levels with liquidity levels, and how you can take continuation trades. So I'm going to load up a few of the Mag 7s here. I'll pause the video and load a couple up so we don't have a crash, and we'll kind of go through how you can see how you can utilize this. In fact, let me just do the regular standard levels on my TradingView without the order flow, and you can see here where put supports have held on Tesla. We'll go through Google. You see Google held a high vol trigger level, so this is where things can get really crazy for Google. Market gap down, most of the market's all red obviously for the day overall, but in a bigger scheme of things we're rotating in balance. But that's a level there that held. And by the way, everything that I share, we have links available for Bookmap software, for Menthor Q software. There's links in my description. You can, some of them have affiliate codes, which is good because it gives you a discount. It gives me credit as well. Helps keep our channel funded up and cover our resources. The Bookmap has a special vendor deal from us. You can get Global Plus half off for 3 months. So just be sure to take a tune to the description and take advantage of those specials. If you have to go do some research, then come back and you can really see the value in those specials we have. So we had these sales. One moment here. All right, sorry about that, guys. So that was Apple, and here's Microsoft. It's the levels here. It's pretty much once we go under in the HVL, we are in the negative gamma, and basically dealers go with the trends, and so therefore you get these really big moves. Amazon, call resistance since off of Friday is held as resistance. Meta, call resistance is holding as support today, all these rotations. And we got finally Nvidia. Now I want to load these up. Not very pretty today on Nvidia as far as price action. But I want to show you guys this stuff on Bookmap. All right. Over here we have Apple. Apple sold off in the morning, came down to a GEX 1 level, which is a very strong dealer positioning level that held as support. Sold off and hit into some of these liquidities here, 231.60. Really nice, $1, $2 move for the stock. Filled these sellers over here, these limit sell orders, and is now tracking up towards this liquidity up here. And we have another level here in the way it's a GEX 5 level, which is a little bit less strong. And we can see most likely potential to make up moves here and fill in this aggressive sell in the morning. All right, next thing we have here is Tesla. Tesla opened up the day, made its way above the put support. You can see here it bounced off from 380 all the way up to 390, was a nice $10 move. But where do you get back in is a retest of the put support. This is a really classic entry that I like to take too on the futures. Off of the put support, we had a little bit of volume up here at 386, up into our trigger zone, 0DT HVL zone at 394, sold back off, and now we broke above it, making headway towards this liquidity up here. Very nice, clean move. How you guys trade Tesla, you can do whatever you need to do with your options, shares, or 0DTE. I'm just here to demonstrate how clean of a predictable move based on dealer positioning and Bookmap order flow software can get you. All right, let's take a look at the next one. Google was a nice play on the bounce off of put support. Here we opened up in the morning, again, market sold off, went and tagged into this liquidity, okay, and bounced off the put support, 0DTE, retest, that's your entry, and made its way up to this GEX 2. Since then, this liquidity has come back in at 188. But hey, you had a $2 move there as far as the stock and how you want to play it. Again, up to you. And here we find upper resistance in this liquidity. Here at the 190s, about 500,000 shares alongside GEX 2. All right, let's take a look at Microsoft. Microsoft, not the cleanest in the world, but you see this big delta here on Microsoft. Over 300,000 shares bought at the open right off the GEX 4. And boom, we hit into these liquidities here. Came back, retest, bounce for another $1. But then we broke down. And to me, price-wise here, I can't see anything with dealer positioning unless something changed intraday in the morning that I can't see because these update. But we had a really good order flow and sell into these buyers up here, which then they held up all the way until 10 o'clock. And so you got sellers coming back in, trying to get into this liquidity lower and take that out, which it looks like they've been accomplishing on doing that. Again, really clean targets, just using Bookmap at this point on this one. Makes a lot of sense. And another nice from 412 to 414. So rangy day, but if you know what you're doing, when you get a good entry on these, if you're directional or you have some kind of a way to play maybe a condor or something on this, then that's just how you would strategize for that. So next thing, let's go ahead and take a look at Amazon. This is great clues for you to start the day on the open with stocks. I'm starting to see this. I'm a futures trader, but I'm starting to see this anomaly here with these stocks. You got 500,000 contracts sold on Amazon at the open. Right at the open, it pulled up about 50 cents or so, and then it failed, dropped down to 216, took out these liquidities here, and then made its way back up. So the big sell delta is very important, is a very important clue on what way to take for the beginning. We then broke out and went and took out these liquidities up here, and as you can see, rotated back into GEX 5 dealer position level and rotation again. These are clean rotations, and then sold back off. Obviously, we're in a balanced day, so you're going to have these rotations. But as you can see, where all these liquidity is, all these shares that want to get filled, you can see how on Bookmap order flow software you can find that. And here you go, clean. We have another 500,000 contracts here willing to sell at the 218s. Market goes up, magnetizes to that liquidity, takes them out, and we're currently under that level. So these sellers are in profit at the moment by almost 50 cents, right? So we got more liquidity down here, and again, we're following as well as trying to always focus on dealer positioning because they will defend these areas, and the lower the number of the GEX, it's much stronger. Okay, and let's look at Meta. Another really cool thing, again, I'm seeing here on Meta, you see right at the open, the dominant delta was almost a couple 100,000 contracts of sellers. Price went up, you know, gosh, $1 or $2. You know, this is Meta, it's an expensive stock, it's an expensive share, but ultimately sold off into this lower liquidity. So a good play you could have done was just off the Bookmap order flow software, sell delta, 169,000, almost 170,000 contracts, sell at 607, all the way down to 600. There was a GEX level here that held up as support, additional liquidity that held up as support, and you could have exited your trade there or went long with the retest, take out this liquidity here, then it finagled around and finally sold back off just about 43 minutes ago, took out the other second level liquidity, bounced back, retest GEX, came back up. Who's up here? Another 4,000 lots, another 50,000 lots, still sitting waiting to get filled there. They moved that. Here's some support liquidity. At one time, this looks like a book flip of some sort. As you see here, this is a very good, clean. They held here as resistance, trapped some sellers, removed their order, and now they're holding this as support. You know, you can't see this stuff without Bookmap, guys. So, we'll look at NVIDIA. I don't think NVIDIA was the cleanest thing of today, but we'll go ahead and look at NVIDIA. I swear. So here we go at the open. You know, who was our biggest delta? We had about 300,000 plus shares, strongest delta on the buy side. Market opens up, takes off, comes back, retests right here at a put support 0 DTE dealer level. And pretty much took off from 130 up towards 131, retest the mid, where we came here at this liquidity, and then went up and tested the 133s. So you had a good long retest, continuation on NVIDIA just alone right there, using the Bookmap, using market makers, dealer levels, and was probably a one and done or a 2-in-1 scaled back more in trade on NVIDIA. So guys, I'm sharing with you guys the Mag 7 to show the diversity in the market in the tools, right? Menthor Q has available levels for futures, which that's what I am. I trade futures with Bookmap data. I use the MBO bundle, which gives me also the TraderMap Pro filter, so I don't have to see these algos, these bracket algos that are in here that are distorting the relativity of the liquidity chart, making it really hard to see. I think these guys are here on purpose. They never left since the summer to distort us retail traders, because retail traders are getting much smarter with these tools that we have available via Bookmap, Menthor Q, dealer levels. And so I use the Trader Map Pro to filter that. I wait for levels and I take that. I do futures. I trade the NASDAQ, I trade the ES, and I'm just fine with that as an income. But you guys can do this on stocks. You can use Bookmap with the DX feed to look at the stocks, and then you can add your Menthor Q levels, which is a company that I promote and support. Both companies, by the way. I have a really good relationship with both companies. So this is, if you guys like this video, I think I'd like to try to do something like this each day around 11 to 12 Central. Just go ahead and let me know. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll just do more of these. We have an accountability group for $25 a month. It's a Discord accountability group. There's no gurus or anything that sits in this room. It's just like-minded traders that are using basic things such as dealer positioning, auction market theory, and Bookmap order flow software. The monthly fee goes 100% to charity, and these are the couple of charities we rotate back and through from. And we're just basically, again, an accountability group that recommends products and services that we use ourselves. Okay, all the platforms and analytics tools and funding groups for your prop firms, getting people funded. We've turned many people from bulls in a China room into pretty calm, docile traders. So let me know, guys, how you like this video. If you want me to repeat this again, so that Bookmap can support us with some of these tools that we have, so we can show you, and then you can sign up and take advantage of these tools. Okay, this is the edge you traders need and should be having in your arsenal for trading, investing, whatever. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.